Hello, my friends. It has been so long. I decided it was time I filmed a video. My backdrop's gonna look a little different because I am filming from my partner's house. There's a dog and a cat sleeping behind me, so I'm sorry if they interject with any noise along the way. I've been away for a very long time, so I am just going to do my best to share what I've been working on, which probably should be more than I'm about to show you, but life happens. I've been busy and I haven't been able to knit as much as I had in the past, but I've knit a lot. Well, not a lot. I've knit a few things in that time that I'll share. So less than you would maybe expect to see, but still a fair amount of things. The elephant in the room being what I'm wearing, and I'll talk about that shortly. So if you're new here, my name is Kara. I am the knitter and dyer of the Kinetic Knitter yarns. You can find me on Instagram at the Kinetic Knitter. All that information about where to find me, my Ravelry, everything like that will be in the down bar below. I'm a little bit rusty, so bear with me. But yeah, let's get into things straight away here. I'm also not a big fan of a ton of edits and cuts, so sorry if I drag on and I don't cut out those boring things. Okay, so first off, what I'm wearing. This is, take these off. This is the Ingrid sweater by Petit knit, and I knit it a couple of months ago. It's blocked. Before I blocked it, because of all this texture, it was quite jumbly and uneven looking, but once I blocked it, it all evened out really nicely. But I will say it's too long. So I will show you kind of standing. I don't really love the way the arms, the texture kind of causes it to jut out a little bit. And then the length is way too long. For me, I think I would rather have it be kind of more of a cropped sweater. I think this would look a lot better, but it's very long. So what I might do is go in around this 2x2 ribbing and pull back to around there and bind off so it's a bit shorter. So honestly, this is the first time I'm wearing it because I just don't like the way it looks on me. I feel, I don't know, like it's a little, I don't know, paper sacky on me, if I'm being honest. There's nothing wrong with the pattern, but I will say I ran into an issue with the charting on the sleeves here. Where the join is, the pattern doesn't actually give instructions on how to change that up, so the continuation isn't quite right. Some of the diamonds are broken up. I don't know if you can see that. The yarn is so light, but I just don't think it's that noticeable. So I didn't care, and I just kept going with the pattern as written instead of trying to figure out what she was saying to do with decreases in the sleeves to keep the pattern consistent. I just didn't want to bother, and I don't think it makes a huge difference because it's on the underside of the arm, so it's what it is. So the yarn I used, let me tell you, put these back on. I used the Fiber Co. Cumbria in the color Scafell Pike. I don't know if I said any of that right, but I made the size medium or a size 3, and I think I made the right size for me. I just, again, wish I would have made it a little shorter, but that's life. So that's this, my first finished object. A little about the yarn. I believe it's got, I don't have the label with me anymore, but I'll see if I can find the details and put them in the down bar, but it's, I think there's some alpaca in it, which looks lovely. I love the color, but it's a tiny bit scratchy for my skin. I tend to be more sensitive. Like generally when I touch it with my hands, it's very soft, but on my bare arms underneath, it does feel a little prickly. So in the warmer months, I probably would just wear like a long sleeve or a 3/4 sleeve underneath, so I don't really have to feel that. And the neck, the other modification I made was I shortened the neck quite a bit. There were like 2 rows of ribbing with eyelets in between, and I didn't really love the look of that, so I shortened that, and it did make it a little more boat necky than I wanted. As you can see, my straps here, but it's fine. I have really long hair, so for the most part it covers it up unless I choose to wear it up. I think that's everything I want to share about this sweater. So I have one more finished object to share. I did make a hat and some socks and stuff, but I don't have those as they were gifted, so I can't share those. But I will tell you, I also finished my Traveler hoodie by Andrea Mowry. I chose to make the crew neck version. I have a drop stitch I have to go in and figure out how to fix there, which is why I chose not to wear it, but maybe I'll try it on for you. It's, yeah, it's beautiful. I love the red color. Everyone tells me red's my color, so I'm trying to make more things in red. And I did take before and after pictures of myself in it before I blocked it and after, and blocking did wonders. It was probably up to here before I blocked it. So would not have covered my waist, but I ended up really loving it. So I'll put it on so you can see it finished. Okay. So the neck I bound off just a teensy bit too tight, but it still makes it over my head. So this is it on. I'll stand up so you can kind of get the full view. Now this lays exactly where I want, just right at that button level. It's a perfect cropped length for me. It's got this really beautiful detail on the side here, on both sides. And a really simple, beautiful neck, crew neck. The sleeves came out the perfect length. I did follow Andrea Mowry's direction in the pattern. She tells you if you end up with sleeves that are tighter than you like usually to size up your knitting needle, because knitting in a small circumference, we can sometimes knit tighter. So I tried that because historically sleeves on her patterns have always come out too small for me or too tight. And so that's what I did. And it's perfect. Like they have the perfect amount of give. And oh, I forgot, I also didn't do all the decreases. I think I did I skipped maybe the last 4 or 5 decreases to keep it a little bit bigger, and then rapidly decreased at the sleeves, which is what I usually like to do because I don't like a really tight sleeve in my sweaters. So that's the Traveler pullover. The yarn I used was, did I say it's by Andrea Mowry? I think I did. Hobbi or Hobbi yarn called Friends Extra Fine Merino. I use color 42, which is called Cranberry. When I ordered it, I thought it would be a touch brighter, which on camera it looks very, very bright. But it's a little more dull than I expected, but still beautiful. I really like it. And yeah, can't wait to wear it outside. A day like today is perfect because the weather is like 50 some degrees. So it's warm enough here not to need like a woolly wool, but it's still cool enough to want a sweater on. So yeah, I really love this. I think I might actually get a lot of wear out of it. I am one of those people who gets so excited about projects. I make them and then never wear them. So once I fix this drop stitch, I will wear this. I will. Or on a cool summer night because it's really lightweight. So yeah, I think I'll wear it. Trying to think if there's anything else to share about this one, but I don't think there is. And I'm just gonna wear this for the rest of the video. So the other 2 things I have to share with you are my works in progress, my whips, and also a few yarn acquisitions. So the first thing I think I will share with you are my whips. The first one is the Excavation Blanket. It is a blanket by Jane Pihota. It's a free pattern on Ravelry, and I have to give credit where credit is due. Chelsea of True Lane, she has a YouTube channel and Instagram. I'll link her info below as well. She talks about it on one of her most recent podcast episodes, and when I saw it, I was like, that is perfect for all the yarn scraps I have lying around. It calls for fingering weight yarn, and Chelsea held fingering weight double to get a DK weight, and I thought that was brilliant, so I did the same thing. And I've got a whole bag here I'll show you of all of my scraps that I'm using. And I just also want to share, I used a size US 5 knitting needle for this project. I wish I would have gone with a size 6. It's just a touch tighter than I want it to be, but I think once I wash it, block it, it will bloom beautifully, and I don't think it will be a problem. It's just a little bit dense, but not too dense, if that makes sense. I think one more needle size up would have been perfect. So, without further ado, here is the right side. I have made so much progress on this. I am obsessed with it. I knit on it pretty much every day. So to tell you a little more about the pattern and how it works is it's corner to corner. So I started down here at this corner and worked my way up, and you just increase with a knit front and back on either side. And then there's a really cool trick with these ends. I'm gonna shorten them eventually, but right now I'm just leaving them long as I work. And you'll end up turning your work around once you decide it's time to start decreasing, and then your fringe will be on the opposite side as you decrease. So then you'll have fringe on both sides of your blanket that you'll trim. It's a really simple, easy, like I said, free pattern on Ravelry. So because it's free, I can tell you, I'm trying to take my face out of it so you can see, but I also need to see, you just tie little knots as you go with both ends of the yarn, because you begin on one side, knit across, then knit back to the other side, so all your ends are on one side, and then switch colors as you desire. And I think the back, Chelsea said the same thing, the back looks just as fun and good as the front. So what I'm thinking of doing, gosh, I'm obsessed with this. I love this. What I'm thinking of doing with all of these scraps in this gigantic bag, like I wish you could see how big this bag is. It's heavy. So what I think I'm gonna do once I get to the part where I'm gonna wanna decrease, and I think this will just be like a lap size blanket. It's not gonna be a huge bed size Afghan by any stretch, because I don't think I can knit garter stitch that long without losing my mind. But I think what I'll do is color block it so that the other half is like all mostly one color with a few sporadic contrast stripes in there. Sorry, Bubba the dog is whining at me. He's probably ready for dinner or his evening walk, so I'm sorry if you can hear that. So yeah, I'm really excited about this. It's been super fun to work on, and I think it's just the coziest, happiest little project, and it's brought me so much joy. So very big thank you to Chelsea for recommending this pattern on her podcast. It's a great way to use my scraps, and I can't believe how many scraps I still have, even though I've got all this fabric here. Okay, and then I have one more work in progress to show you. It is in this bag, and it is called the, what is it? Oh, the DRK Everyday Cardi. It's I think it's her newest garment release. And I recently split for sleeves, so I can show you that. I hope I'm not in the middle of a row, which is great. So here it is so far. And it's got this really long collar you start with. And then what eventually you'll do is fold this over and sew it or seam it together so you have this high neck collar. And it's got this really beautiful kind of design at the raglans. You can kind of see it. It's hard to see on video, I think. But yeah, it's beautiful. The yarn I used is the yarn she actually recommended and the yarn she used to make her samples. And it is this. What is it focusing? It's called Mountain Metal Wool, Touch the West, and it's made in the USA in Wyoming. And I ordered the color Flint Natural 4347. It's a 2-ply sport weight, 185 yards, 100% mountain merino wool. Yeah. So it's very, it's these two colors. They're natural sheep color. So I'm pretty confident it's undyed. And because it's 100% wool, I am not gonna have a lot of ends to weave in because I can just spit splice them together, which I showed my partner and her friends and they loved it. So that's a fun trick when you can be the knitter who shows a fun trick and they think it's magical. There is something on my glasses and it's driving me insane. So I'm gonna try to get it off here real quick. Anyhow, if you are knitting this pattern too, I would love to hear what you think. Andrea also wrote it so that you can wear it purl side facing, which is the side I'm trying to show you, or knit side facing. And I chose to do the knit side facing option. But honestly, now that I'm knitting it, I kind of wish I would have gone with the purl side facing. She did say just a few minor edits you would make to be able to do that, but I don't know. If I love it enough, maybe I'll make a second one. My concern is that there's a lot of back and forth purling, which is why I haven't made a lot of cardigans because I don't enjoy purling that much. But I'm trying my best to keep my tension even so I don't row out and have any like gaps in laddering. So we'll see what happens, but I'm very much enjoying this. I don't think it's in a place I can try it on. Maybe I can. Let's see what happens. I don't know if I made the arm things big enough. Oh, I'm scared. I don't want to lose any stitches, but yeah, I don't know. I think it's beautiful. It'll be great. I'm pretty sure you pick up and knit like the button band at the end. And I'm thinking about getting just some nice, beautiful wooden buttons to go with it. I don't know if I'll do a dark wood or a more medium toned wood, but I'm excited to have this done because it's really cozy and I love working with the yarn. So that is my second whip. And I think that's all I have for current projects to share today. We're at about 18 minutes, so that feels like a good pace. So the last thing I have to share are just a few yarn acquisitions. The first one I'll share, I got back in December from Woolberry Fiber Co. They have like I can't remember what it's called, but a kind of book and yarn kind of surprise box came with this cute little mug and some stitch markers or needle stoppers, something like that. But anyway, the yarn December came with, and I shouldn't be spoiling this for anyone since it's April, is called Cherry Almond Kringle in Berry Cozy DK, which is 75 merino, 25 nylon, 246 yards. And this is the color right up my alley. I love red. So that's beautiful. And it goes along with this book. What does it say? Once Upon a December. And the book is by Amy E. Reichert. So I started it, but I kind of stalled out because obviously it's Christmas themed and now we're way past Christmas. I only made it 18 pages. But I'll finish it eventually. Maybe next winter when it feels like cozy book time. But it's cute, light reading. Easy to read. Yeah. So that was a fun little surprise in December that I treated myself to. This one I most recently got from the Little Lionhead Knits yarn shop. I ordered her fingering weight sock yarn, 85 merino, 15 nylon. And this is called Sunflower Fields. Just seemed like a fun summery option. And I think I'm just gonna make some socks with it. So that's that for you. so soft. I actually carry what I suspect is the same exact base on my plush sock. And then the last thing, this came from who's formerly known as the Petit Knitter. She now goes by Sasky & Co. I'll put all that in the down bar as well. I had subscribed to her monthly kit where you get yarn and a code for a pattern and some other fun little trinkets. And this was the yarn that came one of the months. I believe it's for socks or maybe it's mittens. I can't even remember right now, but I wanted to at least share the yarn because it's so soft and beautiful. This is Julie Asselin and it is Melange #1 Chandelle, 75 Merino, 25 Yak. And it's 56 grams of yarn. That's an odd amount. 130 yards. And it is so soft and cozy. And I have the colors November, and then this one is natural. So I will have to do my research and figure out which pattern these belong to, but I think they're so soft and plush and plump and beautiful. So anyway, can't wait to use these. And that's it for acquisitions. So the last thing I will share is that my yarn dyeing has been on a hiatus. My partner lives about a half hour from my house, so I spend most of my time here instead of at my apartment. It's just easier, and so I'm just not home a lot to dye yarn, but I'm hopeful in the summer months I will get back into it and have a shop update sometime in the coming months. I really love dyeing yarn. I really love everything creative, and I love the outlet it gives me. It's just a matter of making the time to be at my place and actually do that. So more to come. I'm not gone. I'm just on a little hiatus. I think that'll wrap things up today. So anyway, just wanted to come on for a little bit and share a little about what I've been making and what I've been doing. I hope you have all had a great winter and are enjoying spring, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.